welcome back to one more episode of Hashin Official. Today in this video, I am going to tell you how to develop your public speaking skill and what is the need to develop your public speaking skill. Also, I will tell you how to get such fan bases and impress people with your public speaking. So let's start the video. You must have noticed that there are many literate people who lack the ability of public speaking. But at the same time, there are many illiterate people who speak very well in public places. Now, the question is, why it is like this? Illiterate people who have a good knowledge and a number of degrees in his hand cannot speak well in public places, but at the same time, an illiterate people can do this. Why? Why it is like this? The only reason to this is that illiterate people who lack the ability of public speaking only focus towards theoretical education. He by hearted memorized the notes that is written in his notebook just to score well in his examination. But he never participated in any extracurricular activities like debate competition, extempore speech, etc. and etc. He never had stand in front of 10 people to give a speech in his school life. So how can he expect to speak in front of public? And this is not only the mistake of a student. Teachers too is also responsible as the student. Yes, I repeat, teacher is also responsible for the student that he lack the ability of public speaking. You may ask why, and yeah, I have a valid reason to that. It's a bitter truth, and you all must admit that during any program or celebration of any day in our school life, from welcome speech to vote of thanks, from anchoring to managing the entire program, every responsibility is vested on the good student. Our education system never gave importance on student who score less mark in examination. So how can we expect that a student who score less mark in examination have the ability to speak in public places? But at the same time, a student who score good marks in examination develop his personality in all aspects. And finally, he come out of the school as an all-rounder. But you tell me, if there are 30 students in a class, how many are good students out of this 30? It might be 5 and maximum it might be 10, but not more than that. So an analysis said that the approximate percentage of the students that come out of the school with skills in public speaking are only 20%. This is the main fact why literate people lack the ability of public speaking. But I don't blame the students for this lacking. Instead, I blame on our education system. And the second thing why literate people lack the ability of public speaking is he never tried to reform him and develop this personality within himself. And it is obvious, before learning anything, you must have 100% interest in it. Now let me discuss how to improve your public speaking skills. The first point to increase your public speaking is you must give focus towards your vocabulary stocks. Try to read newspapers every day. You will have a good number of stocks out of there. And the second thing to improve your public speaking is always don't be a speaker, sometimes be the listener. Listen what others say and try to take out the good points out of their talks. And the third thing to improve your public speaking is you record your own video at your home and listen to it 10 to 15 times, then you can realize the mistake you have done out of there. Also, you try to have video conference with your close friends. This video conference will help you to improve your public speaking skill. Always try to spend qualitative times. Don't spend your time in silly and funny arguments and funny talks. And the next thing to improve your public speaking skill is you try to talk in front of a mirror. Talk yourself in front of a mirror. Sometimes dress formal at your home and go in front of a mirror. Speak to yourself in front of a mirror. Give attention to every gesture and posture you make in front of a mirror. Do have eye contact yourself in front of a mirror and talk yourself continuously for long hours. All these tips will help you to improve your public speaking. If you speak to yourself with full courage and having eye contact, then I hope you also can speak in front of 1,000 people. And the next very important thing to develop your public speaking skill is whenever you talk, you make some gesture with your hand. Move your hand when you speak. This will help you to increase your confidence. And the next very important thing is when you stand in a stage, do not look at audience. Don't busy yourself to count how many audience are there. After standing in front of a stage, just focus on one thing and start to deliver your speech in front of everyone. And to gain confidence, just give a smile. I say you, this smile will give you a lot of energy and you will gain your confidence. Don't panic and don't be nervous. Think that after standing in stage, no one in the audience knows more than you. You are supreme among all the audience present in that program. And the next very important thing is try to share some stories related to your lectures. If you share the story, you will gain an attention from the audience. And you know, most of the people like some couplets or some small stories. And we all know that many of us have interest in couplets. People like to listen couplets. लोगों को ज़्यादातर लोगों को शायरी पसंद है. तो आपका स्पीच शुरू करने के पहले रिलेटेड कुछ कपलेट होने से ये आप शेयर कर सकते हैं. इससे आप अपने ऑडियंस का जो इंटरेस्ट है वो इंटरेस्ट बढ़ जाएगा. और पब्लिक स्पीकिंग का जो पहला स्टेप है वो है ऑडियंस का अटेंशन पाना. By sharing your stories, by sharing couplets or anything, if you get attention from audience, your step 1 is successful. And the next thing is never extend your speech unnecessarily. Do not add any unnecessary talks in your lectures. Try to finish your speech within a short time interval. Because if you are going to share your long past history, all the audience will get bored out of your speech. Try to tell something which is beneficial to them, which will help them, not your past story. And also keep in mind that the first impression can never be made again. How you are starting your speech, how you are starting your lectures, it really matters. A proverb goes, sunrise shows the day. So try to impress and seek attention from your audience from the very first second onwards. And the next thing is, it is often seen that many of the lecturer or many of the distinguished person also made a mistake in that before starting the lecture, they start to say that the time is too short, I do not have too much time, in spite of my busy schedule, I am here to give and deliver my speech. This will give a negative impact to your studying. So to develop your public speaking skills, avoid such sentences. And the next thing is, don't repeat any words or don't repeat any sentences too much. The audience will be bored out of your such words and such sentences. Hope the video is useful. If you like the video, please share among your friends. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe it and press the bell icon to get tuned on my next videos. Be blessed.